Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, a coal roadmap is to be released by mid-2012. Richards Bay Coal Terminal sees 2011 coal exports in line with last year's 63 million tonnes. And Eskom says 15 new Mpumalanga coal mines are needed by 2015. A roadmap to chart the development plans for South Africa's coal reserves could be released by mid-2012.
What is the coal roadmap? Really, it's an attempt to bring all of these parties and these divergent views and opinions and factors together in one forum. That one could find a way to plan our route through all of these potentially conflicting drivers. It's also a review of what is the current status and proposals for some scenarios going forward, and then hopefully it's something which would guide investment strategy policy in the country later on.
South Africa's Richards Bay Coal Terminal is hopeful that coal exports could climb to 65 million tonnes this year, but CEO Raymond Chorwa says volumes in line with last year's 63.4 million tonnes are more likely.
While at the terminal we can happily say that we're at 91 million tonnes, the exports are not saying the same story. And that challenge really lies outside RBCT. And that, as you can see, that even in 2011, we're planning more or less looking at that green bar, more or less the same like we exported last year, which was 63.4 million tonnes. If the situation improves, we can handle tonnage up to 91 million tonnes. But if it doesn't, we have to stay with it.
Power utility Eskom will need 2 billion tonnes in new coal supplies to meet the demand of its future and planned coal-fired power stations over their operational lives, says Chief Commercial Officer Dan Marukane.
There is in the vicinity of about 2 billion tonnes of new coal supplies that we need to have contracted, that we need to come into production to meet the current planned station lives. The bulk of this coal is of a quality that competes directly and indirectly with lower grade exports.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged on to miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.